Morning folks, Trappin Fool here, Cal Ditmar. Had a successful turkey hunt, buddy, out this morning. Figured I'd do a quick video on processing your turkeys. I'm going to try and keep this under 10 minutes, so I might talk real fast and move real fast, but hopefully we can get the gist of what's going on here. The beard, everybody knows the beard here, wherever it lays in here. Usually what I do is grab onto it, pull it, and cut it off. Started cleaning it and decided to do the video, so I'm a little bit ahead of myself here. So anyways, cut the beard off here. Usually a little bit of skin on it. I'll trim that off. And then what I do is just lay it in borax or salt on a paper towel, let it dry out. That cures it and it's good to go. To open them up, I got this board under here to just hold it upright so it makes it easier so I can demonstrate better. But you find a breastbone here. Start the knife under the skin and follow it all the way down, which you can see I've already done that. Follow it all the way down. Most of the time what you can do then is get your fingers under the skin and peel it. Peel it right on down. Try and stay out of the video here, but you see how I'm peeling it right on down, opening it right up. Right here is the craw. That's full of the food that they eat. What I'll do is get the knife. I don't know if you can see this here, but what I'm doing is just taking it, keeping the craw full and not cutting into it. Follow around on both sides. Sometimes you can grab it and it'll peel out then. Yep, once you got it started, it peels right out of there. Makes it nice clean meat. If you hit that, you're going to get stone and whatever they've been eating all over your meat. Now what I do, I take the knife, push it right in along the backbone, and follow that backbone ridge down. I'll come around to the front here. See that mark there? I'll cut into that right there. Keep it straight there. Then what I do is do the same thing on the other side. Bring it forward, get it off of there. Now with the camera on that side, maybe, hopefully I can do this here. I'll try and get out of the way here. What I do is you just follow right down the backbone and the cage here, chest cavity. Follow it all the way down. Good sharp knife helps. Lets you do this all the way down. Eventually you'll get to a point here where I'm getting close to is the wings. Right here's a wing bud in here, you can see. But basically you just get in, follow it. There's a wing bud again. And follow it all the way out. You get down to the end there, a little bit of skin there holding it. There you go, there's a nice turkey breast. And then, you probably won't be able to see this, so I'm just going to do it real quick. You do the same thing on the other side. Just keep your knife right along the bone, follow it down. Get to the wing, cut it out there. There you go, nice breast there to eat. Get some of the bigger feathers off. These tenderloins here are actually real tasty. These are probably one of my favorite things to just throw on the grill. But anyways, there it is. I wondered where it went. It's hiding from me. There we go. Usually I'll trim off some of this tendons too. It makes it a little easier to chew. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to show you, we've got this out. That's all I usually save. The legs are usually so tough that you can't. I've tried them all kinds of ways, pressure cooking them, doing all kinds of things to get them to eat, but you can't. You might as well just eat this board here, it'd be easier. They do, however, make good stock for soups if you want to boil them down for the stock for making some turkey soup. Usually what I do with them though is I open them up, get all the feathers off of them, And once again, I just skinned it. That's all I did, just like you did the breast here, in case you missed that. Peel this down, get all the way up to the thigh here. There. Do the same thing on the other side, peel around, get up to the thigh. Peel that back. Then what you can do is get right into here. I'll tell you what, before we get that far ahead though, if you're going to save this for fan, take your fan, hold it up like this, and usually right above the vent here, right here, you can cut it out. See how that came right out? Then you want to take some of this feathers here with it. Now this tailbone here has got it held on, but a quick snip with the snips there takes it right out. Now you can take this out and save some of this feathers back here on the base. You don't need a whole lot, but if you have more than enough, taxidermists will love you. Better to have more than not enough. So take that off like so. Then you'll have your fan here to do for the taxidermist. So you can save that for the taxidermist then. Back to the legs here. Peeled them off here. Got down. What I'm going to do is cut down along the thigh here. You can see where it goes in and joins. Other times you can bend it out of there. There we go. Popped it out of there. There's one out. There's two out. The wings here, you saw the wing bud here, the base. What I do is I'll get that, open that up a little bit here. Now if you're a traditional shooter and stuff, these feathers here you actually use for fletching your arrows. You got the right hand and the left hand out of the wings here. But what I'm doing here is you need to take the wing off all the way at the butt there, so you got the whole thing. This tip right here is used for, I use it for bringing birds off the roost, for scratching the ground, for like I said, bringing them off the roost where you slap it against your leg as they're flying down. You can also just move the tips around on the ground. It simulates a tom strutting in full strut with his wing dragging. But when it comes to making a wing bone call, you need these two bones and this bone to make the wing bone. That's why I took the whole thing off of here. So we'll set that off to the side if that's what your plans are with it, to make a wing bone. We'll save the other one just in case you mess up the first wing bone call. You got another one to play with then. Practice makes perfect, right? So if I can get these feathers out of my way so I can see what the heck I'm doing here. There we go. There's the other wing. We can do the same thing with that one. Now some of you people like me, I am one of them, that likes, open up this right there, big old thing right there, the gizzard. We're going to save that gizzard. Cut that off. We'll set that off to the side for now. If you look in here, let's see if I can open this up a little more so you can see what I'm looking at in here, so you know what you're doing too. There we go. We'll open it up just like so. Right here's your liver. For you liver eaters out there, I'm not much of one, but there's a bile sac. Keep that down there so it doesn't get all over it. Your stomach, and if you look, remember the wing butts were way up here? If you look at the anatomy of this, well, we've got it taken apart for you bow hunters that shoot for here and think you're going to kill this bird. If you look, this heart and everything is actually right here. Heart and lungs sit right here. So if you aim for the butt of the wings, which is sitting right here, you've missed everything. You went right through the craws. You've shot what they've been eating. That's all you do to them. Unless you've got a big enough broadhead that might get up into the spine here, which the neck comes through. You can see the esophagus. Here's the neck, that you hit the backbone and break the back. But most of the time, if you're aiming down here, it's a flesh wound. You didn't kill that bird. So remember where that liver or the heart sits and lungs. Basically, it's straight up from the legs. Dead center of the body is where you want to shoot with the bow, and you'll kill them every time. They won't make it 20 yards. Anyways, I'm going to reach in here, grab this heart, because that's another good piece. There's the lungs, everything else there. Alright, this is all junk, so we'll set that down to the side. The legs here, like I said, you can use them for stock now. Make soup out of them. What I'm doing now is cutting these off. Find the joint here, I just let the weight work for me. Instead of fighting it, let the weight work. Cut that straight off. One leg. Get the other one done here. Of course, this one, because I'm on video, is going to make it harder on me. That's the way it always goes, isn't it? There we go. Alright, now these you can make stock out of them for soup, or, well, I had to put my dog down last year. She got so old, but she loved these. I'd put them in the freezer, freeze it, and in the summertime I'd pull it out and let her chew on it. Gave her a turkey sickle. She loved them. The legs here, the feet, I dry them. You can just hang them, tie a rope around here and here, and let them hang off center like this. That way they're not touching. That way they've got the air can get around them. I hang them out here in the fur shed. They'll, by the fall, they should be dried, but as they start drying, you can start forming these feet. So you could actually form them like this if you want to put a ball in it or whatever. One thing that I do with a lot of them is I curl them up, and you can actually tie this down here. So you've got it like this, and I actually put a hole in here after they're dried out, put a drywall screw in there so I can screw it into the wall, and this is actually what I hang my turkey calls from and stuff in the house. My fan, my wing bone calls and everything hang from this. So it's kind of the last ditch of the turkey getting back at you. Just some things to do here. The gizzard, I need to show you how to clean that up real quick. The heart, the pericardial sac, you always need to get the sac off the heart. I'll trim some of this fat off. This thing's been eating really good. He's really fat. The gizzard, a lot of people don't realize it, but you got to clean the gizzard, and I'll show you why. Well, give me a minute here. Okay, there we go. Take it. If you look here, this is actually the craw in here, the sack. I don't even know what they call it in there. Cut it like so, down just a little bit. This is actually all the rock pebbles. This is what grinds their food when they swallow it whole. So this is where all the pebbles and rocks sit. And if you look, you can see this skin here. It's already peeling off here. You need to take this out. This yellow rind inside needs to come out. Now this thing is clean and it's ready to cook. If you don't take that out, it's a real bitter taste and just nasty, and you won't like gizzards anymore. So that's pretty much it. These legs, I do a lot of trapping so I can use them for bait, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them into my chicken coop. My chickens love them. Chickens, if you have chickens and raise chickens, chickens eat anything. So they get all kinds of scraps. Makes them lay good eggs for me and keeps them happy. The other part of it will be pitched in the back to feed the coyotes and keep them and the coons out of my chicken coop. So it's kind of a happy little environmental thing we got going on here at my house. So, alright, be sure to watch me on, check out my YouTube channels, subscribe, like it, so I can keep making more for you. And find me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Also, Cal's Outdoors on Facebook. You can find me, and I got my own group page there for hunting and outdoor things. So, hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Shoot straight, and we'll see ya.